Hi, Clark Smith here. I'm the winemaker for Winesmith, but also for Two Jakes of Diamonds. That's Jake Stevens Vineyard, Diamond Ridge Vineyards. It's in the southeast corner of Clear Lake, near the town of Clear Lake, and really a wonderful vineyard that I've worked with since 2007. Let me talk about the vineyard first, and then we'll get into this particular wine. It's really a unique situation. Basically, a volcanic soil, a mountain vineyard with a lake effect. So Clear Lake is right over the back fence, and it cools the air. So at about 2:30, 3 o'clock in the afternoon, we have to put on our sweaters, and it takes it down to about 60 degrees, which means we never get any western sun raisoning in this vineyard that would blow off the flavors that are created. Now, Lake County in general, it's up in the air. This vineyard's about a half mile up. The air is extremely clean, and that's partly because it's thinner and partly because there's less diesel exhaust from tourists. We really don't have a lot of tourists in Lake County. And that UV has a special effect on grapes. It does several things. It creates a lot of flavor and a lot of tannic structure in the fruit and dispels rot. We never see any rot. Now that's in combination with this volcanic soil, which is very well drained, and so the vine has to put its roots way down to get that water, and it doesn't waste a lot of energy making a big canopy the way it would in the valley floor in Napa or Sonoma. And that canopy, that shading down there, can cause the grapes to have pyrazine build up as bell pepper aromas. We just never have those. So we have a lot of fruit, we have a lot of color, we have a lot of tannin, and also this vineyard is characterized by an intense minerality. It's kind of sort of like acid, but in the finish of the wine, a kind of energetic buzz that is, we don't know what it is, but it seems to be associated with wines that will live a long time. So Jake specializes in Bordeaux varieties, and we bottle a Cabernet Sauvignon and a Cabernet Franc and a Merlot, and they're all really distinctive wines. But we wanted to do a blend, sort of a super blend that would show off all of the different flavor aspects that we get. The Merlot is some of the best Merlot in the state, but it's nothing like California Merlot. It's just rock solid. I wouldn't call it soft. It's more like a Pomerol, and it's full of grenadine, sort of pomegranate juice, but with a firm structure, sort of like Cheval Blanc or Ausone or Chateau Trotanoy. Then we have the Cab Franc, which is full of white cherry, a little bit spicy, and quite a complete wine. It has a sweet core of fruit, but also this great firm structure around it. It's one of the most complete Cabernet Francs that I found anywhere in the state. And then we have 15 different clones of Cabernet up there. This particular one has clone 15 and clone 4 in it, so there you're going to get a lot of black cherry and some firm tannins. Since the vineyard has south-facing and north-facing and east-facing slopes, these are called aspects, so that's part of the meaning, is we have these 28 blocks. So we want to show off all the aspects of the soil, but also the different flavor aspects of the fruit that we get up there. So that was the idea behind Aspects originally. I made the first one in 2007. It was really popular under the old Diamond Ridge Vineyards label. And then we're all the way up to 2013 here, Two Jakes of Diamonds. So that was kind of the re-emergence of this favorite kind of Meritage blend that was so popular under the old label. So a couple of years ago, we released the 2013. It's principally Merlot with a dash of Cabernet Sauvignon and a dash of Cabernet Franc in it, after 66 months in 20-year-old wood. But we didn't bottle all of it. We kept about 300 cases that we left in wood to just develop and mature further. This is neutral wood, so it's not an oaky wine, but with tremendous development. So now, this is kind of the second coming of the 2013 aspects. It's really a reserve wine, and now it's 90 months in this very neutral French oak. So let's get into it here. You can see on the cork that it's hardly been in there at all. It's 2013 with a cork that looks like that. Obviously, we just bottled it a couple of months ago. So let's see what we got here. See, it has now developed all of these tertiary characters. The fruit is front and center. There's plenty of pomegranate and that spicy white cherry, it's almost like raspberry up above, and then a deep black cherry from the Cabernet. So all kinds of different fruits. You can kind of get lost in this. And there are also some droughty herbs in here, what we call terroir, because the vineyard is surrounded by sage and bay laurel and rosemary, and you can smell those when you walk the vineyard, and they evaporate from the wax cuticle of these herbs, and they end up in the wax cuticle of the grapes, and that gives us what we call terroir. All those things were in the previous release, which was 66 months. You know, we got this extra couple of years. Now I'm getting things like Asiago cheese, black pepper, and a sort of rancio character like you get in tawny port. You're kind of a hazelnut. It's very fresh. The tannin is not fully resolved. Comes in really gentle, but it has a real firmness to it still. A little bit more alcohol than I usually get, because all that time in a relatively dry cellar, we get some evaporation preferentially of the water, and the alcohol goes up a little. So this is 14.9, and then you've got that long minerally finish. So what would I do with this? You know, I really love this with a nice mature cheese. Could be a Vermont Black Diamond 10-year-old cheddar, or one of those stinky cheeses like a Poisse. Definitely loves wild mushroom dishes, morels, porcini, that kind of stuff, smothered on a rib steak or a veal chop. I would just say use it the way you would use a fine Bordeaux, particularly one from the right bank, although it does have the spiciness of Grave in it as well. Pretty glorious stuff, and I hope you'll enjoy it with me, and tell me what you think.